So today I have something really exciting planned. I'm going to be setting a Montana Sapphire that we cut here, and we're going to be setting it into a 14 karat gold, white gold with diamond setting. So I'll give you a chance to take a look at this amazing sapphire and check out the setting we're going to use. Okay, so here is my setting that we're going to be using. This is a 14 karat gold, white gold with diamonds inlay in the band. It's a very nice, it's a princess style setting, which means that these corners right here wrap around the corner of the stone and protect it well. So it's a really nice setting to use for this type of stone. Right here. Here's our Montana Sapphire. Through the glass, you can even see it looks really, really attractive. It's got a lot of depth to the cut. And I pull it out here. That's without the glass. So very, very nice, very, very nice Montana Sapphire. So looking forward to putting this in this setting and completing the piece. To start this is I'm just gonna examine the ring, and then I'm gonna place the stone in the ring. I'm just going to get an idea here of how this is going to look, and I'm just going to put my finger on the top and hold it in, and I'm going to just examine the profile of the stone. You can definitely see that the prongs come up over top of the sapphire, and that this is a well-suited setting for this stone. We'll use a ring holder of some kind. I actually prefer my bezeling tool, just because it's kind of the right size and it just holds that ring really well. So then I can hang on to the setting without it moving. So right away I can see that the stone is positioned very well, and it sits really nice in the setting just by itself. It doesn't have to be pushed in any direction. So right away, I'm just going to start pulling these corners in on this sapphire carefully. And I'm careful not to overdo anything, especially early on. Right now, I just want to create contact on the stone by the prongs. And I want to make sure that the diagonal from here to here is the same as the diagonal from here to here, and that it's not oblonged in any way, which this one actually is right now. I'm going to have to correct that. That's a lot better. So now I've got just basic contact at each corner. So right here, 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 and here, I've got just basic contact on the stone. And the profile is right now it appears to be flat to the stone is setting flat in the setting. So the next thing I'm going to do is, on this particular setting, I'm going to put a little bit more tension at each of the 4 quadrants in this direction. I'm just going to kind of rock the pliers a little bit and put some tension here, back here, some tension here. I'm just going to go all 4 directions. Okay, one last direction. Be here. Okay, so what that did was that just put a little bit more added security in all four directions of the stone. And so now we've got a situation where the stone it's pretty well held in there at this point, and our prongs are coming up over the stone in a nice fashion so that the stone is pretty well secured at this point in the setting process. And the setting is really, it's looking great. It's not damaged in any way. There's very minimal, if any, tool marks on the prongs, and so we're well on our way to making this just a gorgeous piece. So now what I've got is I've got my prong pusher, and these are they're just a flat-edged tool with a lot of security in this handle that you can hang on to. So they're a really nice tool for this. Now that I like the position of the prongs, where they're at, I'm just going to put some gentle pressure from the top really directly down on the prong top right here, and just sort of rock the tool back and forth on each prong. Ring came loose a little bit there off the holder. And then I've got one final prong here, I believe. And I may have to turn the ring around to get pressure on that back side. I'm going to turn that around. Because the tool I'm using is tapered, so I can push from this direction now. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm just going to remove the ring from this tool, and I'm just going to put some final pressure on the top of the prongs with my pliers here, and that's just to make the final seat on the ring. And so I'm just going to put the bottom jaw of the plier underneath the bottom prong there, and just put some light to moderate pressure on the top of the prong. And I'm sort of rolling the prong a little bit as I do that. What that does is for one, it smooths out that top of the prong and makes it a little bit more pleasing to see, to look at. And also it just sort of makes a positive contact on more surface area of the stone. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And so that went really well. And you can see that the stone's not moving around or being jarred around in the setting anymore. It's pretty well seated. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And just sort of mailing the metal, if you will, to sort of match the shape of the top of the stone where it's being connected. And that looks terrific. Got one last prong. And that is just an outstanding looking piece. I may have to pinch in this prong just a little bit. With the prong pusher. Okay. That is absolutely stunning. gorgeous Montana Sapphire in a gorgeous 14 karat gold setting. Absolutely outstanding. Okay, so I've noticed that I just need to clean up some of these edges on these corner prongs. So I'm just gonna gently roll these corner prongs into the center and just try to make that a little bit more pleasing on the edge of those prongs. And that'll just clean up the overall appearance of how this prong holds each corner. And then when I go to buff these prongs, they'll look right. So I'm gonna set this stone without making hardly any tool marks on the metal right here, the gold prongs. I'm really pleased with the way that went. A lot of times, the more tooling you do on a ring, the worse it starts to look. And so the idea of this is to try to do the job with as little tool marks as possible. That way your finished product just looks like it wasn't even touched. So that's the goal here. I'm just going to go ahead and buff these prongs, and I believe it's finished.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Okay, there it is. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna, basically to finish this, I'm just gonna run this under some hot water and scrub it with some Dawn dish soap, and it's finished. Wow, what a piece. You know, these Montana Sapphires they're just incredible stones. They don't need any heat treatment to be just amazing color, brilliance, and they're just a real special resource we have here in America. And there's just nothing like an American mined Montana Sapphire. Well, thanks for being with me today as I set that Montana Sapphire. What a gorgeous piece that was. I can't wait to set another one like it. If you like the video, please go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.